Don't you wish your girlfriend would bring her hot friends home to you?
Well, I do.
That's why every week I'll be bringing home a new friend for you to meet and explore. Welcome to my new friend. Hey guys, real quick, there's a lot of moments that didn't make the final YouTube cut, but there is an extended version elsewhere. Until then, enjoy the episode.
And then after I had my coffee and food, I was just like,
and back to bed we go.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I need a nap. I'm so tired lately. Okay. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Hi, guys. Welcome to my new friend. Today is my new friend, Nicole Mitchell.
Yay. Thank you so much for having me.
Yay. I'm so glad you're here.
Me too.
So, Miss Nicole, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I went viral as a pastor turned stripper. I was a pastor at a megachurch of all things, which is so funny because people think I'm either the pastor's wife or the pastor's kid, but I was one of the handful of pastors preaching and teaching at this huge church. And slowly I got more disillusioned, left, found out I was a closeted slut, and really leaned into that. And it blew up my life in good and bad ways, and eventually led to a really, really beautiful life that I'm so happy with.
Oh, that's amazing. I have so many questions.
Yes, bring it on.
So you grew up very religious then. What made you want to go be a pastor?
You know what's so funny is even for me to want to be a pastor was a form of sinning because I grew up as Baptists where women are not allowed to be preachers or teachers, right? Like we are supposed to be like the cooks and the wives and we take care of the nursery but I'm a natural leader and speaker and I love teaching people and helping people. And so I finally found this church in my 20s where women were lo and behold, equals. And they're like, you should join our pastoral team. And I was so blown away that they would allow a woman. Right. And they were like, we do not hold your gender against you. So that was like almost my first taste of like freedom of like, oh, I can actually use my gifts despite that I'm in a woman's body, which is so crazy. That's even a thing in the 2000s and 2010s.
Right.
And so I was so excited to like be on stage in front of thousands of people, speak to people, teach people, help people, and just pour out this passion, which is so funny because later I find out how much correlation there is between being a megachurch pastor and being a content creator and performer. There's a level of performance that you have to do in front of the masses.
100%.
So shout out to my church for preparing me to be an adult content creator.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So you told me in 2019 was when you had started your OF page. What was it like taking that jump in?
It was so scary because I knew going into it, I remember telling myself, whatever you put on the internet will live there forever.
100%.
And I know we have piracy takedown teams, right? We all have we pay them to take our stuff down, but the internet will always beat you. You're always playing catch up, trying to remove your content, right? So I knew whatever I put on the internet, it would be there forever. And so I just had to have like some real honest conversations with myself. And like, what does that mean for my children? What does that mean for my partner? What does that mean for my family or my wider community? Like, especially as a pastor, I felt this obligation to be a certain version of myself for everyone to be okay with me. And starting in OF will really cure you of your people-pleasing tendencies. It will cure you of your tendency to shrink yourself to make other people happy. And it's so funny. Yes, I had some hesitation around posting things online that would be there forever. But honestly, a bigger side of me was like, please be there forever. I want everyone to see for the rest of the time how hot Nicole Mitchell was at one point in her life. I'm like, I hope my grandchildren are like, way to go, grandma. Like, you look real good. And I'm like, thank you. And I always think of Moira from Schitt's Creek where she's like, take 1,000 pictures of yourself and like post them online. It's like one of my favorite quotes and advice in life.
I think that's so true. Because like looking back, I was super like insecure when I was growing up. And it wasn't until I like saw old photos of me, I'm like, I wasn't taking any photos. I look so good.
Right?
Like, look at me back then. I'm like, shit. What was I thinking?
It's so true. I think that too. Cause like I started later in this industry and if I could relive my life, I probably would have honestly started at 18. If I'd known my options, if I had the permission, if I had the freedom to do it, I would have started right away. Because for so many reasons of like, you're snatched, you're young, let's go with it while we got it.
Yeah.
And obviously the earlier you start in any career, the more lucrative it will get over time, the compound effect. So I do feel, I did for many years feel so late to the game, but I've made peace with it now. And I feel so proud of the work I've created, and I have zero regrets. And I think part of that's because I started at the age that I did.
Yeah, exactly. You joined right at the time that you were supposed to start.
Yeah, so I feel that way.
So when you were already starting your own, your page, who was the first to find out? Did you tell your family, or was that something that they discovered?
I ended up announcing it to my social media. So I started it privately with the permission and support of my husband. He was like such a supporter in the beginning. And I was doing it. And I had some anxiety every time I posted, but I kind of liked it. I like seeing a little bit of money come in.
Yeah.
But I always hated that double life. Like I have to like look a certain way on my private social media, like for my family and friends, but then like secretly I have this page and I'm like, I just want to rip the Band-Aid off. I want everyone to know to do this thing because I feel like this is like my calling. This is what I'm meant to do. And I don't want to feel scared of people finding out. So I wrote a post on Facebook that I posted to Instagram, and I made a YouTube video. So all my platforms got it. And I posted it and I logged off immediately because I was so terrified. Like these are my church members, family, school friends, my relatives. And thankfully, the feedback on all my walls were 100% positive.
Wow.
But eventually, you know, the comments would come, the DMs would come, all the hate would come. But I think at first they were kind of shocked. They didn't know what to say. And then eventually they got the courage to say some things to me. But I'm the one who let the world know.
Amazing. I'm assuming since you grew up very religious, your parents were very religious as well. What was their reaction like?
It was really hard for them. I have compassion now. In that moment, I was really angry because I think when you're a kid, you just want to be supported, even when you're an adult. Like, I think we all just yearn for our parents' approval, and I've yearned for it my whole life. And it was really hard. It goes against everything they believe in. And it got to a point, and I was getting divorced at the same time. So it was a lot for them. They're anti-divorce, anti-adult content. I want to get really rich. They don't really believe in that. So it's just like, I'm a lot for people. And so it got to a point where we became estranged for years, and it was devastating because I never would imagine losing my parents and that having that connection with them. And I was really angry at them at the time for it. But looking back, I can see that it was necessary for me to learn, like, can I stand on my own 2 feet in the outright disapproval of my parents and not cower and cave and run back to them? And they had to figure out, can we love our daughter even though she's doing everything we don't support? And after about 4 years of separation, we were able to finally come back and say, yes, we can. And we'd like to try again at having a relationship. And so that was a miracle I didn't see coming in my lifetime. Yeah.
Oh, that's such a scary, like really scary feeling.
So scary. I don't think people realize, or maybe they realize, like, I think OF creators, adult creators get a lot of grief for the career they choose, like how shallow and selfish it must be. But it is, for me, the opposite. It takes so much courage and resiliency and determination to do something that most family members and most friends and most of society does not understand or support. And that makes me respect people like you, like me in this industry that much more.
100%. Because it's a scary jump to make. Because you never know how people are truly going to react. You might have an idea, but sometimes it could literally just have the rug pulled out from underneath you.
And then what if you do it and you flop? What if your page doesn't take off and then you just announce it to the world and then you become a laughing stock? Like, there's so much unknown. And yet I think for those of us who make it because we go all in and we refuse to quit even when the numbers aren't there.
Exactly. And that's like a big part of like having a passion to do this. Like, you have to really enjoy like what you do. Otherwise, you know, then you're going to face that regret in the long run, and you don't want that. Especially when it's on the internet.
And you'll burn out. Like, I would have regretted having an office job. You know what I mean? Being trapped in a cubicle from 9 to 5, I would have died. My soul would have died. I'd rather have nude pictures of me online for all of eternity than for me to have a traditional day job. And so much of this is like knowing who you are, knowing what works for you, and having the courage to go after that.
So besides doing nude content, what other passions do you have?
Yes, I have a passion. I was just talking to you about this before we went live. So I love in this industry, and really any career you choose, everyone has their own way of making a lot of money. So maybe you're really good at going viral on TikTok, or maybe you're really good at reels on Instagram, or whatever your thing is. My jam is mainstream media. So I love TV shows, news outlets, magazines, podcasts, radio shows, because they have massive audiences, which means if I can get on that show or in their publication, that is free advertisement for me. So I've been on Jimmy Kimmel, Dr. Phil, ABC, CBS, Fox, Cosmopolitan, New York Magazine, everything I can think of I've been on. And that continues to make me so much money. And this is like, Absolutely. I've helped so many OF creators like learn how to harness the power of the media, because it saves you doing all the work. It saves you from having to hire teams that you don't necessarily want to hire. And you can get so much money because of a ton of free exposure.
Yeah. And it's all safe. There's no fear of like my page is going to get flagged or something. Like that's the issue with Instagram nowadays, is that a lot of us, a majority of us, use Instagram and Twitter solely to promote our own pages, but it's become so strict that anything will get you flagged.
Yep.
And it's a really hard thing to like stressful. Gamble. I see girls not care about losing their pages and just post whatever. And then I see girls posting super safe stuff and still losing their pages.
Yeah. I've lost 2 Instagram accounts with 0 warning, 0 flag. And there's some PTSD there. Yeah. Anytime I open my account, I always get a little anxiety. Like, is today the day they take down my main account? And so like, I totally agree. I just got locked out of my main Reddit account I've been running for years, and they will not let me get back in. And I do think it's part of this anti-adult content people. And so so just stuff like that is so real. Yeah. And this is why I also see a lot of content creators quit, because it is very demoralizing to pour your heart and soul and life into this page for years, and then overnight it's gone. Yep. And so this is some reassurance I have, is because I know how to harness the power of media, that if one of my bigger pages gets taken down, it would still be devastating. I would still cry. There would be PTSD there. I'm like very human about this.
We're crying.
And I would do everything in my power to start getting media attention to grow my next page. But it is a sad reality of us who are just doing what we love. It's a legit job, but society doesn't deem it so. And so they're quick to take pages down from us.
Yeah. And I've seen so many different routes that girls have taken to avoid getting taken down. So I know a lot of girls like buy their pages back, but it's like that same person has the ability to make you lose your account again.
Yes.
So you go back to them.
Yes.
And then there was a thing going on. I don't know if it still works or is still the same thing, but the amount of views you get counteract like the amount of flags you would get on a post. So people would be buying engagement on their page. One, to probably make the post look better, like, or has 1.2 million views or like 800,000 views in the first hour or two. But one, it doesn't convert to your page.
No.
And then 2, it just, I don't know, it doesn't work.
Right? You're throwing money and hoping something like that works. I've seen that with these accounts that will help you get your account back. You pay them to get it back, and then some of them will charge you a monthly amount to ensure you get to keep your. It's like, so there's people I think who play dirty and have monetized our worst fear. And so I don't love that. And so I think that's where the perk is, like, have multiple accounts. You just have to in this business. And to me, it's a matter of when, not if, an account gets down. And like, this way you have to kind of always be building up multiple accounts and also not get too attached. Even though my Instagram is my absolute main account, it would be devastating to lose it.
Yeah.
I'm always planting seeds on all my other accounts to just help buffer if that loss ever comes. But it is very stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like if you are truly like buying fans and buying followers and buying, fan or engagement. It, like I said, it doesn't convert.
It does not convert.
So it's just to look better. You're just fluffing your own page.
Yes.
Which, like, I get, yes. Like, if you're trying to reach out for a collaboration and, they might not look at your page because you don't have a certain amount of followers, which I don't like.
But in my opinion, it takes 5 seconds to tell who's bought followers and who hasn't.
You can tell immediately.
You can tell immediately. And this is why I've never done it, because any account I see that's bought followers, I get it. It's part of the game. The bigger following, typically the bigger opportunity you get. But not if someone takes the 5 seconds to spot, oh my God, they spot their followers. In my eyes, that makes you less legitimate.
Yeah.
And so I've never done that because I'm like, I want, and it's depressing for me to be like, I have this huge following and make this little money. Like, I don't want to handle that split.
Yeah.
I'd rather have like small following, small money, medium following, medium. Like, I want to grow it organically and truly. So I don't have to be mind fucked the whole time, but I can tell right away when someone spot their followers. And to me, it's one of the biggest turnoffs. And so I choose not to do that on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm sure the conversion from doing actual like mainstream media is
so
huge.
high. It is insane. And when I first went viral, my page was $25 a month. Like, I charged more than most girls.
Yeah.
And I had $100,000 a month that first month. Like, people will pay anything if you are what they've been looking for. And the only way they can find that you are what they've been looking for is from me through mass media, or if you're really good at TikTok Reels or whatever your version. Like, how can your dream audience find you?
Yeah.
Get in front of them. And that's what media does for me.
That's amazing. So what was it like on like Dr. Phil and like Jimmy Fallon and all of that?
I loved it. Jimmy Fallon, you're on my list still. I haven't been on Jimmy Fallon. I've been on Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, Jimmy Kimmel.
Multiple times. I've been on Jimmy Fallon and I love Jimmy Fallon. I was afraid of Dr. Phil because I didn't watch his show growing up. Again, I couldn't watch TV, but I Googled and he's like yelling at his guests and he's cussing them out. And I'm like, I'm such a gentle soul. I'm like, please don't yell at me. So I kind of went in pretty guarded.
Yeah.
And then he was so gentle.
Oh.
So calm, so nice. And I think it was his last season or second last season. So he'd really calmed down. I think he's getting older. And it was a wonderful experience, wonderful conversation. Met a woman on that show who's a good friend of mine, two women actually who are good friends of mine to this day. And I love TV. It reminds me of my megachurch days. You're on stage in front of 1,000 people and cameras and lights, and it's performative to a degree. I live for TV. So they've been amazing experiences.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
And isn't that the same show that Cash Me Outside Girl was on?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I didn't know about that one. Yes.
Yeah.
My friend told me about that one. Yes. Like, and that's how a lot of people, especially back in the day, went viral, was like doing crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember Dr. Phil's team had reached out to me 2 years prior, a year prior to that. And they want it the old school way, drag down, fight, like bring on like your worst enemy who's so, and I'm like, that would make me so much money. I'd say like a smart media move, but my heart and level of anxiety can't. I've been through enough trauma, just losing my family, losing my friends, losing my husband. Like, I can't. So I told him, I was like, I honestly think our society and your audience in particular are ready for a real conversation. We don't need the drama of the 90s. Like, we're not in the 90s anymore. And I said, the day you're ready to have an actual conversation, I'm here. And a year later, they called me back and they said, we're ready for a conversation. Do you want to come on the show? And I'm so proud of myself because it was hard to turn them down because it would have made me a lot of money, but it would have cost me so much anxiety. And I like to make my money in a peaceful way that doesn't cost me my mental health. And then when I went on a year later, I ended up going viral again anyway. And it was on my terms in a calm manner. And it was such a beautiful experience.
That's amazing because that really like, we already get such a bad rep for what we do. And if they want something like trashy and fighting, it's just like, it doesn't help us. Like you going on and having a real conversation, lets people know that we're normal people.
Yeah.
We're calm. Like, yes, we can be crazy, but everybody else can.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's not just relegated to our industry. Like all the crazies do this. It's like, no, we're actually very deep and thoughtful. And like, and that's why I think a common myth about content creators is you've put no thought into it. And just even learning about your story before we went live, it's like there was so much thought put into, do I do this? And if so, what do I say to my family? What do I say to my friends? Can I handle that feedback? Or like, there's so much thought put into it. So I love that you said that because had I done it, yes, it would have made me a lot of money. It would have fed into the mainstream narrative and it would have been a disservice to all content creators versus the way I did, which is like, let's have a conversation and you can ask me anything.
Yeah. And it's not who you are, like truly deep down. Like if it's not your energy, like I wouldn't put on a show because people would expect that.
Yep.
Then
do you ever? Okay, so secretly, sometimes I wish I was that person.
Sometimes I wish I could just like
crazy. I wish I would do insane shit for media and like. So I have moments where I'm like, I wish I could just flush. And it's so funny because like, oh, you have no self-worth or dignity if you do this work. We obviously have a ton, but I'm like, there are moments I wish I could flush it and just like be crazy, but that is not who I am. I'm a very calm person, and I value calm money and calm success. And I just choose like, I could, but I can't, and I won't. Yeah.
I think that helps with like longevity of this career as well.
Yeah. And that's how I'm in this. Like I'm in this, even when I signed up, I'm like, I'm in it to win it, and I will outlast everyone. And I've seen so many people start and quit, start and quit, start and quit. And I've stayed the course. And I think that's also why I've done so successful is like my fans, like all people, they go explore other pages, which is totally fine. And they come back, they're like, you are so refreshing because you're the real deal. Because so many are like ran by agencies, or it's not real, or it's super scammy. And it's like, I've built a very authentic, organic, safe space that has lasted the times and didn't just like trend with the trends. And I'm very proud of that.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that.
So good.
So what type of content do you like to make?
So for most of my adult career, it's been mostly solo with like a few girl a year. This is the first year I've stepped back into boy girl. Like I took like a 4 or 5 year break from that. And I'm having so much fun. I think like, again, my personality is I'm very cautious. Like whatever I do, I want to be able to stick with it long term. And I've had my fans for years, like, please do boy girl, please do more. And there were so many reasons I wasn't available for that. And then this year when it finally was like things all clicked into place, I am having the time of my life.
That's amazing.
And it's so fun. And I make a lot of content with civilians actually. And my fans, it's their favorite thing in the world. They're like, please make more content with people because it helps them feel like it's them.
Yeah.
They're not like these super hot, super people. It's like average people. And they're just like, we see ourselves in the average person. And so like, I've scratched an itch that feels so hot for them. And it's very authentic for me because I love all kinds of people. So yeah, so I'm having the time of my life shooting all the things, boy, girl, girl.
Yeah.
Girl. Like all the, I did my first this year. I'm having a lot of fun in my career.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So from when you started up until now, have you discovered anything new about yourself that you didn't know you would be into or that you liked?
Yes. I'm so glad you asked that. So I found, because I do boy, girl, that means my partner has permission to go be with other women. And I get so turned on by it. I have learned I'm not a jealous person.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I was. I've always been I'm a very calm person. But learning that about myself, that not only am I not jealous, I get super turned on, makes me happy for me. And it makes me happy for him that he can have all these other experiences and not worry about me freaking out or whatever. My only freak out is if you don't tell me about the details. I want all the details, but
you better tell me everything.
I want everything. So that's been one of the biggest surprises of just like, I feel so confident and sure, and I want him to go have good experiences.
It's so fun to like learn like something like that.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're having your experiences doing your page, but now he's having the same experiences on his own. And so you get to combine and just build.
So hot.
Yeah.
I love it. And then he'll learn things or I'll learn things and like we can bring that to the bedroom. Yes. And it's like, that's also why I love this career is like, because it's sex oriented and sex is everything to me. I live for it. I love it. It's my passion. I genuinely feel it's my calling. And I want to have as many experiences in my lifetime. I want him to have as many experiences and I want us to have experiences together. And it's like, the more I can fill my life with pleasure, I just think the better it is.
If you're happy, everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
What about you? Have you learned something about yourself through this career that you didn't know before you got into it?
Literally the same thing.
No way.
I was a very jealous, like not crazy, but very jealous girl. And then as we progressed more into like our relationship and doing this in like industry, I discovered that like I like to watch.
No way.
Oh, I do
love this.
Like I love seeing girls' reactions to my boyfriend, and I think it just makes me like so happy, and I like get so giggly because it's just like that's fine. Try it out. Try it out.
Gosh,
so I really enjoy. I think it's so fun. I think just being so open and comfortable and like I think you have a deeper connection with friends when you sleep with them.
Hey.
So
I love that.
Yeah.
What shifted you though from being jealous to not being jealous? Like what?
It was a mental thing because it's like it's not like I would we were having to like have a conversation of like, why am I feeling this way?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not like I think you're going to go run away with the girl.
Right.
It's just like this territorial thing. And when I realized that it's not, you know, that emotional, like there can be that like chemistry, but there's not that emotional, like scared feeling. You just have to like let go and, you know, it started off with working with my really close friends. So I have that level of trust between them, and that just kind of like grew and grew. So now I'm full on like hoeing him out.
Yeah. That's so much.
Yeah.
That's so funny because we did the opposite. We would do it with strangers.
Yeah.
Because it felt easier. We could like hook up and then never look at them.
See them again.
But, so I love how everyone finds their version. And it's funny, I feel similar about my partner. He is so extraordinary in bed. I'm dying for the day for him to become an OF creator. I'm like, please, this is your other calling. But I want other women to experience him. I'm like, please go do to them what you do to me, because every woman deserves this in their lifetime. And like that makes me so happy for women to experience what he can do in the bedroom. I love you, boo. So good.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
So final and last question. Where do you see yourself going in like the next 5-10 years?
Gosh, so this has been a very lucrative and life-changing career for me. I mean, I was a pastor. I was a high school teacher at a Christian school. Like I've done so many careers.
Yeah.
But this has been like the most fulfilling. And also it feels like it's a baby step towards my actual passion, which is I want to have a global empire. I want to have my own lingerie line, makeup line, high heel line. I want to have my own personal development books line. I want my own TV show. Like I want Nicole Mitchell to be a household name. And so I feel like I'm in this like in-between season of like none of my previous life is relevant anymore. This is what I'm called in the moment, but this is just a stepping stone to what I want to actually do with my life. So that's the part I'm like even more excited about. Is like, where is this all going to lead me? And when do this level of dreams get to come true?
Yeah. Well, I'd read your book.
Yes. I have so many inside of me. I just put it onto paper, which is a lot harder than I'd like to admit to. But yes, I have so many books that I want to write.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we like to wrap up our little podcast with a this or that.
Ooh,
so I'm going to ask you.
Oh, God, it's hard. I'm a both and personality. Okay. Give it to me.
Got 10 questions for you.
Okay.
Jealous or unbothered?
I'm definitely more of an unbothered personality.
Tall guys or short kings?
Oh, I hate this. I love in-betweenies.
The in-between.
In-betweenie. I have to say in-betweenie. I love in-betweenie.
Okay. Kissing or touching?
Oh, touch. I joke my whole body is one big just touch me everywhere, please.
Double date or solo date?
Ooh, I would probably say double date. I'm an extrovert.
Coach or teammate?
Like I'm a coach or I'd be a teammate. Coach. I like to lead.
Take the lead.
Yes.
Private or public?
Public.
Props or no props?
Ooh. God, I could go either way. I think I naturally lean towards no props, but props I think are so fun. Yeah.
Sweet talker or silent?
Oh, sweet and dirty talker.
Okay.
Yes.
Athletic or dad bod?
Fuck. In-betweeny, because when I see someone who's way, way too buff, okay, this is my judgment. Don't hate me. My judgment is you're super insecure and you spend all your time in the gym to try to feel better about yourself.
Yeah.
Dad bod, sometimes I'm like, you're kind of letting yourself go. So it's in between. I like some tonedness, like you care about your health, but it's not your whole world. That sweet spot's my favorite thing.
That's a good spot.
But if I had to choose, I'd probably actually would lean more towards dad bod. Yeah.
And then are you the big spoon or little spoon?
I'm the big spoon. I love holding. So that's another thing I learned about myself. Because I'm very femme and I love being taken care of. But when it comes to spooning, please let me be the big spoon. What about you? Are you a big?
I actually do like being the big spoon.
Okay, I love that.
Okay,
it feels so good.
Yeah. I think it's that like motherly instinct. I just like to caress.
Yeah, so good.
Well, it was so wonderful talking to you. I feel like I could talk to you all day.
Yeah, this is so fun. Thank you for having me.
We got to go have some fun.
Let's go do it. Friends play with friends.
Friends play with friends. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's episode of My New Friend. Be sure to leave a comment, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for next week. But until then, this is my new friend, Nicole Mitchell.
Yay.
Bye.
So good.